Hello everyone. Today we're going to be looking at some of the great new features that have been added in the latest Liberty Link release version 1.05. This release includes new functionality for the search, circulation and staff areas of the system, as well as a great new OCR process which we call AI Enhance. The first feature I'd like to talk to you about is that as you can see, the Liberty Link app now supports color schemes. Whereas before we had a default black and gray interface, now your app will reflect your opaque color scheme choices and your corporate colors. In this case, I've gone with a very vibrant pastel color, but this is also supporting system-wide color schemes, branch-specific color schemes, and if you use them, user-specific color schemes as well. In the same line of customization, we've also allowed for a great deal more of translation customization in the Liberty Link app as well. For example, view your current loans, I've changed to view my loans. These translation changes can be found through the management module under System Translation, and then by selecting List Mobile Keys from the drop-down function menu. For your borrowers, we've really pulled out all the stops to increase the functionality of this app for them. For instance, we've increased the support for our document downloads. So for example, if I navigate to a record that I cataloged this morning, we can see that there is a Word document stored in the file field. I can click download, and my phone opens the Word document in my default Word app. As you can see from the text in my document, we now support Word and Excel format in addition to the previously supported PDF. For those of you with guarantor and ward borrowers, guarantors can now view their ward borrower loans under the View My Loans section. To do so, the guarantor simply needs to click on View My Loans and then tap the option Show Ward Loans. This allows them to see all of the loans for their ward or wards and includes the option to renew, assuming you allow them to. They can switch back to their own by clicking Show My Loans and then can navigate home as usual. This brings the functionality in line with what's already available via the OPAC. Additionally, we've allowed for borrowers to specify pickup branches when making reservations. So for those of you with multiple branch libraries, when a borrower clicks on the option to reserve, they get a drop-down menu, which allows them to select which branch they'd like to pick up their loan from. An additional optional change is that we've allowed for your borrowers to alter the messages sent in requests. So for those of you that do allow your borrowers to send requests to the library, when they click on request, they get the option to edit the request text by tapping into the text and adding whatever they wish. This option can be enabled under Management Parameters by turning on parameter 8105. And then finally for borrowers, for those of you who have integrated your Liberty and Illumine systems, we now have the ability to navigate to the Illumine Knowledgebase. Simply scroll down to the library home section, tap on Knowledgebase, and then select the category you're interested in. This takes you directly to the Knowledgebase articles where you can read more information. Now we move on to the staff enhancements. The first option I want to talk about is our great new module, AI Enhance. AI Enhance is a new module which is included in Liberty Link 1.05 for all hosted customers on 8.035 of Liberty v5. What this allows you to do is navigate to a resource record, for example, and then click the option Scan Text. What this will do is take you to the camera on your app. You'll get a message that you have a trial amount of total 25 scans. Once you've used those scans, please contact SoftLink support to allow unlimited access by purchasing the module. But we click Scan Text, which opens up our camera and allows us to scan some text. Once we take the photo, we can click on the tick. We get a loading message, and then a scan successful message. This process has OCR'd that text, making it machine readable, and placed it into a new field called the extracted text field on your resource record, which you can then move into custom fields as necessary. For more detail on how to set this feature up, please visit our support page for a detailed article, or contact our support team directly for further assistance, and we'd be happy to help you. Another great new feature using the camera phone is the ability to update cover images on the fly. So for example, this particular title, if there's a different picture I'd like to use, all I need to do is tap that cover image. I get a prompt to change it. I click yes, and that enables my phone camera. I take the photo I want to use, click the tick, and the image is automatically updated. And that will of course apply to our browser as well as the app. Now finally, there's one last feature I wanted to demonstrate to you, and that is the ability to weed directly through the app. Underneath cataloging, staff will have access now to the weeding section. If we tap on that option, we get to enter in a reason, for example, let's say lost, and we can determine whether or not to weed resources. Now, in demonstrating this feature, I'm going to show you one additional great new addition, which is the ability to manually type in barcodes. For those of you who do not use scannable barcodes on your books, we now have the ability to manually type barcodes into the LibertyLink app by updating the value in parameter 8104. The choices are to use the camera for scanning, to enter text manually, or to give the user the option. In this case, I've selected to give the user the option. To demonstrate the feature, I'm going to click text, and I get to manually type in my barcode. In this case, I'm going to weed B687. Click done, and we can see that the item has been weeded. If we click the plus sign, we can see a bit more detail that the resource for this copy has also been weeded, and the weed was successful. Thank you for joining me on this tour through the latest features of the LibertyLink app. If you have any questions at all relating to these features, please don't hesitate to reach out to our support team, and they'd be happy to help you set them up or answer any questions you may have. Thank you, and so long.